Tortious liability, trade freedom or emergency provisions in Indian Constitution. 1. Tortious liability of state, constitutional and judicial approach. The liability of the state in tort, civil wrongs, is based on the principle that the state can be held accountable for wrongful acts committed by its employees in certain situations. Constitutional basis. Article 300 of the Indian Constitution states that the Government of India or a state may sue or be sued in relation to its affairs in the same manner as the East India Company could before independence. This means that sovereign immunity does not apply in all cases. Judicial approach. P. or O. Steam Navigation Co. vs. Secretary of State for India 1861, differentiated between sovereign and non-sovereign functions. Kasturilal Relia Ramjan vs. State of Uttar Pradesh 1965, held that the state is not liable for torts committed in the exercise of sovereign functions. Common Cause vs. Union of India 1999, expanded liability by holding the state accountable in cases of negligence. Though, freedom of trade, commerce, and intercourse, Article 301-308. These provisions ensure free movement of goods and services across India, promoting economic unity. Article 301 guarantees freedom of trade, commerce, and intercourse throughout the country. Article 302 Parliament can impose restrictions on this freedom in public interest. Article 303 prohibits discriminatory taxation between states, except in cases of scarcity of goods. Article 304 states can impose reasonable restrictions with legislative approval. Article 305 or 306 protect government monopolies. Judicial interpretation. In Atiabari Tea Co. Limited vs. State of Assam 1961, it was held that trade restrictions must be reasonable and not arbitrary. 3. Parliamentary privileges. Parliamentary privileges grant special rights to legislators for independent functioning. Constitutional basis. Articles 105 Parliament or 194 State legislatures. Privileges include freedom of speech in Parliament, immunity from legal proceedings for statements made in the House, exemption from arrest during legislative sessions, right to regulate its own proceedings. Judicial view. In Keshav Singh's case 1965, the Supreme Court held that courts have the power to review breaches of fundamental rights even when claimed under parliamentary privileges. 4. Parliamentary vs. presidential form of government. A comparison of the two systems. Judicial views. The Supreme Court in Keshavananda Bharti vs. State of Kerala 1973 ruled that the parliamentary system is part of the basic structure of the constitution and cannot be altered through amendments. 5. Emergency provisions in the Indian Constitution. These provisions, Articles 352 to 360, enable the state to deal with crises. National emergency. Article 352, declared due to war, external aggression, or armed rebellion. Example, 1975 emergency. State emergency. Article 356, imposed when a state's governance cannot be carried on per the Constitution. Example, dismissal of state governments under the President's rule. Financial emergency. Article 360, declared in case of financial instability. Never used so far. Judicial safeguards. In S.R. Bommai vs. Union of India 1994, the Supreme Court held that the misuse of Article 356 can be reviewed by the judiciary. Chair. Amendment of the Constitution. Article 368. Article 368 provides the procedure for constitutional amendments. Types of amendments. By simple majority. Example, changes in state boundaries. By special majority. Example, fundamental rights. By special majority jor state ratification. Example, federal structure changes. Judicial review. Shankari Prasad vs. Union of India 1951, held that Parliament can amend fundamental rights. Kesavananda Bharti case 1973, introduced the basic structure doctrine, ruling that certain fundamental aspects of the Constitution cannot be altered.